how can we change our habits? So here are 3 steps that you can take today to start to change your habits. Number 1 is identify the habit you want to change, and then understand the triggers, the routines, and the rewards. For example, if your habit is eating unhealthy snacks at night, identify the trigger of that behavior, right? Maybe it's a feeling of stress, or maybe it's a feeling of boredom. The routine is the action itself, right? Reaching for that bag of chips or going to grab those cookies. And then the reward that you get from that action, the temporary feeling of comfort, right? Understanding these components can help us to start to break that habit loop and become more aware of each of those pieces of the cycle so that we can then start to change that cycle. So number 2 is modifying the environment, right, to support a new habit. So removing or minimizing the cue that initiates the trigger, right, associated with the old habit, and create prompts for the desired behavior, right, or the desired habit that we want to cultivate. Right? For instance, if you want to start reading before bed, right, instead of scrolling through Facebook, remove your phone from the bedroom, place a book on the nightstand, changing the environment, right? And then step number 3 is consistency. And this is the most important part and the hardest part of this process, because the way our brains are designed, our brains like efficiency. And so the old habit has already been ingrained. So those neuronic connections have already been solidified. And this change is pulling those neuronic connections apart and making new neuronic connections, similar to working out and pulling muscle fibers apart and then putting them back together. So we have to practice this new behavior repetitively, right? Repeatedly. And that repetition strengthens that neural connection associated with the desired habit, right? So remember, change takes time and it takes effort. It's not going to be easy, but the more you do it, the better you become. So we have to be patient with ourselves, right? And we have to celebrate the small successes. So the first time you do it, celebrate it, right? Be excited about it. That positive reinforcement helps to solidify that new habit because it gives you that reward, that feeling afterwards, right? And it makes the process a little bit more enjoyable, even though it's still going to be difficult.